Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on top left side is the blue British. We got SerSharkDad. Spawn bottom right side is the red Germans. We got Mecrenas. Probably should have that well enough. When it comes to natives on the map, we got a very important native, the cow. Cows are awesome. Other natives, less important natives, we got some Greeks in the form of the House of Fanar. Give you access to some light infantry, heavy cavalry, and of course a big button to get out some free musketeers. And down south we got the House of Vaza, gives you access to Royal Arquebusier, a light infantry unit, and the Winged Hussar, a heavy cavalry unit. And also a faster gathering building trigger rate button. And some Swedish torts. Looks like Radical will be taking out some of these Pumbas to steal their big pumpkin. No deck selected just yet. Germans will probably select their deck second because they have a higher experience requirement to get out a shipment. Pumbas have gone down. No more Hakuna Matata. Oh, we do have age up here. Mech age 3. I'm assuming this means Merc. Could be MERC, but either way, I see a lot of mercenary cards. One, I haven't seen this one. Princely Bavarian Chevaliers. Disables your war wagons. Enables the veteran Prince Chevaliers. Delivers a whole bunch of Chevaliers. Place your war wagons and stables in home city with naturalized Wilkenbach Chevaliers, called Prince Chevaliers, who can be trained and upgraded. Also ships a number of Prince Chevaliers. Of course, I got the German Black Riders for light infantry, Jaegers, Bosniaks, Lancer, and British Arquebusiers, which are heavy range cavalry, if I remember correctly. Also, we have a lot of combat cards. Got infantry hand attack, infantry hit points, team cavalry attack, cavalry hit points, advanced arsenal. So there's probably gonna be some fast fortress and infantry combat. He's going for Dolphin soldiers. Cavalry combat, Limpenzar cavalry, improves your Uhlans. Long range infantry hit points, improve your crossbowmen and skirmisher hit points by 50%. Also land wares from the treaties of Westphalia. Salongan Steel. Dolphin soldiers attack and hit points greatly increase, but speed drops drastically. Reduce their hit points and damage by 50% and speed reduced by 33%. Sounds very powerful. Of course, very hard to make them connect. Replace all existing Uhlans of Guard Toponkov Hussars. Only one population spot. Instead of Uhlans, you receive extra Guard Toponkov Hussars. So it looks like a population efficiency card. German player is aging up with the quartermaster. The British player is aging up with the governor. That seems pretty quick. Got Greenwich time. Immediately goes to Greenwich time. Fills up the local doggo and steal his hair meat for 15 or 35 food. You monster. His pups will now go hungry for the winter. Okay, now looks like standard Brits. I don't know why I had trouble saying the word Brit, though we got a number of cavalry cards, as well as the Fulton Guards cards. Got the standard longbowman yeoman. No siege artillery, but that's more of a niche card. Having your longbowmen have an extra long rate siege attack does still do really bad damage. Not that great. Call off this local doggo and steals needle in a haystack.
Ready.
James Cabot. I can't tell you if that's a randomly generated name or a manually created name. Martin Luther, Germans. This is wood being collected on up. He is going for the settler wagon shipment first, not going for the coin shipment just yet. The British player is got his coin shipment and going for some wood, so maybe going for a bit of fast fortress and use the wood to get out a bunch of manors for villagers. There's his 2 free Ulans to focus down the explorer. These ibex are getting in the way of the cavalry. A big problem. Flanks around.
I am sorry grieved. I may not steer.
Now has 2 trading posts. Red only has the 1. German player's not going for shipment coin. British player's cut production, going for his age up. Now has access to the glorious revolution. Mohawk statesman. What if the British player's going to try to blow out some rangers? And the German player's about ready to age up as well. On aging up with the bishop, which will all move diagonally a little bit better. Mohawk statesman block will give him access to a handful of free native heavy infantry units, which is very similar to revolutionary stats. Takes out one of the brigands there, and the Ulan's hoping to take out the other. And we'll see this brigand's light saber from light brigade coin. Migrating the ibex towards this town center. There's the Haudenosaunee tomahawks. They do, like I said, they have revolutionary stats and multipliers. Bring a shipment of falconets. Has a lot of food. Not deploying out any villagers. Not sure why. 20 villagers was 19. Of course, this one has a number of settler wagons. There, that's why he went for the Blackwatch. That's why he saved up his food. Blackwatch are slightly improved Highlanders, guarding also heavy infantry. Don't know how they exactly improve the Highlanders, but I think they slightly increases their attack. Right now 63. I think their attacks usually I can't say. Looks like they have 13 range. I think it's just 12. Either way, Blue's not going to push forward. Has 2 falconets, a lot of heavy infantry. Age up now complete. 1 free covered wagon. You can bring in a shipment of something. Bring a shipment of skirmishers. When he sees all the heavy infantry, that would be pretty good. But the problem is the falconets. Can't exactly just put in the Jaegers. Need a lot more coin for them. Ulan's trying to flank around. If he can take out those falconets, he's in business. But all this heavy infantry is going to cause him trouble. He may lose the secondary town center before it even gets built. Trying to put some holes in the house. He is at pop at the moment. Ulan's push right forward. Good volley there. Falconets get saved. Ulan's push right forward. Get there on the falconets or onto the skirmishers. Both falconets still alive. Does hit that 1 falconet. More of the Ulans coming for a flank. It's a good damage. Takes out the other falconet. Red has a handful of infantry still remaining, but remember as well, Blackwatch are super heavy musketeers. Overwatch's musketeers with really high damage. There are 2 population units with practically 2 population worth of health. Let's see. Musketeers' health is 150. Plus 20% is 30, 180. So yep, practically 2 musketeers is 160 health, and they're just slightly overstated musketeers, pretty much, times 2 musketeers. Not a massive round of Oolons, don't think that was a good call. Got this scout here, the Show scout, finding good spot in there and allowing the gun down these villagers. Down to 16, but remember he has some settler wagons. And all this stuff will love to be melee against cavalry. He will rip them apart. Yeah, that cavalry ship was bad idea. Now Blue brought out his own cavalry engaged skirmishers. Very nice. Yeah, that Ulan ship was definitely a bad call. Don't know what I don't know what he should have gone for in order to deal with the heavy infantry. Ideally Jaegers, but he's nowhere near enough coin. These mercenary ships, of course, are expensive, and he lost the skirmisher. So, oh, the cow could be claimed. Nope. 7 out of 20 settler wagons, so add some down here. He has effectively 23 soldiers versus 28. As I mentioned, a good number of them are stuck in the town center. When the Black Watchers goes down, town center fire. And of course, Doppelin soldiers. I don't remember exactly what their stats are. I think they have slight AoE and maybe less damage than a regular halberdier. Let's see. 20 damage, yeah. Halberdiers have what? They have 28 damage, right? So these guys have less damage, but 2 AoE is quite big, and 1 extra range to make sure they get their AoE off more properly. I think their anti-cavalry multipliers a little bit higher. In other words, these guys are good against infantry. And again, melee, like halberdiers. But the AoE is, of course, a bit more variable. It's hard to gauge of how effective that will be. Oh, they also do have a bit more health. Halberdiers usually have base health is 200 as opposed to 240. A little bit extra health can go a long way. Or at least make them go longer ways. More Hussars being brought on in. He has his own Jaeger ship he can go for. 10 Jaegers, 20 pop, 4,000 coin versus 12 Jaegers. Is more expensive, so that's why he gets more value out of them. Also, just really nice versus halberdiers, but there's only 2 of them. Going for a round of pikemen. He's a little bit desperate to deal with these hussars. Alpha Soldier will rip and apart these hussars. Does claim a settler wagon. We got a good amount of forces here. And now a round of musketeers to support out his units. There are better musketeers as well. I've got the Ocean Guards, improving the health and damage of musketeers and grenadiers by 50%. And it looks like the German players are losing too much infrastructure. I think it's going to be game over for Red relatively soon. Though wait, got a town set up here and a mill. The mill does provide him 1 food per second, so +1 villager there. Migrating up north. Hussars will spot this. Maybe. Not sure I'm actually saw there. Player also has 2 shipments. He needs to task his villagers mostly on coin. He needs those mercenaries. Yeah, I don't think I like the German deck. It relies too heavily on costly mercenaries. Plus, and if he goes too heavy mercenaries, the British player has a church on the field, which means he can get some spies to shank them. Doesn't have assassins or agents card, but that should be fine enough. More skirmishers been pulling in the field. Red Blue has claimed this mill. Nova's claimed this mill. Good volley there on the Black Watch, or that was the Musketeer. Maybe we're starting to run four Black Watches remaining. All of them pretty healthy.
Ich bin verwundet und kann mich nicht bewegen.
The British players being shipped to villagers. Looks like the Hussars do claim this mill up here. He sees the town center. German player has collected quite a bit of coin. Yeah, I think too many combat cards and too many mercenaries. Not enough cards of everything else. I can see the combat cards could be useful if it goes for a large number of military cards, but there's just too many expensive mercenaries. You can always skip the hand attack cards. It's hard to make hand infantry be very useful. Cavalry combat cards can stay. He also has access to war wagons and also this card here. The Bavarians. Bavarian cream donuts.
Auftrag?
Now let's bring in the British Harquebusers. If I remember correctly, those are heavy range cavalry units. They have short range, right? They're high damage short range. It's like their hand attack's like 100 something, like something absurd. Which could combo quite well with cavalry combat. If he goes for the cavalry mercenaries, he has 2 shipments. He could go for the... Oh, he needs Uhlans to get out the... Yep. I think he goes for a land grab. That's a little bit more of a desperate card, making it so he gets cheaper structures. I think it'd be a good idea for him to go to cavalry combat with one of his shipments in order to improve his mercenary cavalry by a large amount. He still has 2 town centers as well. He's not producing from any town center at the moment.
Yes.
Yep, here we go. They have a staggering 121 melee damage. They are, if you can read here, they are in fact a rare heavy range cavalry unit, which makes them inherently anti-skirmisher. They have no negative damage versus or bonus damage versus cavalry. Doppel soldiers getting some great damage on those hussars. Got a lot of free hits. German player trying to get some wood to get some more housing. He's just sitting waiting for the land grabs to complete, so of course reduce the cost of the housing. Apologies. Got some falconets here. Where's those Harquebusers? There they are. They do also have a rare multiplier, 50% less damage versus pikemen. Versus hand infantry. Their attack speed is also really high as well. They have a 2 attack speed. That's actually very high. But the range is 6, so it's basically non-existent. So the term of heavy range cavalry is more of a technicality with only 6 range. I think there's actually actual melee units that actually have 6 range. The meteor hammers are they called for the Chinese, one of the heavy cavalry. The way now got the circular assault being researched.
Bereit.
Got 4 Doppeln soldiers here. Good number of musketeers here. Going for the princely Bavarian Chevaulegers. I have no idea how they're statted. Archer Best are straight forward, take some damage. They do have range resist. Their health is only 300. It's not too actually high for a mercenary unit. They're more of a glass cannon unit for being a heavy unit. And they all just disintegrated there. They did not last long at all. Yeah, 300 health is not a lot, especially when we only have 6 range. Let's take a look at the princely Shovelugers. I don't know how they're stated at the top of my head. Let's see, they're of course a light range cavalry, gunpowder cavalry, 23 damage, 12 range, slightly higher anti-heavy cavalry multipliers. I feel like just look like more close to dragoons. By the way, that is end of the replay. The German player is back to the game. That's Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next play.